The Sims, games in which you can live out your dream life, create anyone you desire, and most importantly, take away pool ladders because why not? The Sims is a wonderful franchise with a now not so wonderful company behind it. Something else that's wonderful is the merch made for the games, which is the topic of today's video. So strap in and let's begin. In this video, I'll be covering merch from The Sims 1 through 4 as well as The Sims Medieval. Some of this merch is more well known, but with that out of the way, let's take a look at some obscure Sims merch. The Sims was released in the year 2000. Notably, it was released on February 4th in North America and on February 11th in Europe. One of the more well-known merch items is the complete collection that features all 7 of the expansion packs for The Sims. What's interesting is that there are a few different complete collection variants. And sure, while it's not completely uncommon for games to release in different regions, the difference in packaging is worth looking at because it's pretty interesting. We've got the European version that comes in a yellow tin box, the North American version that comes in a red box, a version for Australia and New Zealand that was called The Sims Full House, and an Italian version that had a house-shaped box. There was also merch other than the complete collections though, and digging a little deeper I was able to find this watch and also this tiki bar cup from the launch party of The Sims House Party. Another piece of merch that's tied to The Sims House Party is this gel CD case, which was a pre-order bonus that included the base game and all expansion packs. Not only that, there's also this case for The Sims Mega Deluxe. From what I could gather, the Mega Deluxe cases were filled with blue liquid, but a lot of them nowadays don't have that anymore because it's either evaporated, leaked, or dried up since it has been a little over 20 years ago. Crazy, right? In the last segment, I mentioned that one of the variants had a house-shaped box. Well, The Sims 2 had something similar. Even though The Sims 2 was released on September 14th, 2004, there were 4 different tin boxes that released in the UK and Europe around 2005 and 2006, which were also house-shaped. Speaking of houses, you know what most houses have? Furniture. Maybe a chair or two, I don't know. And maybe they're inflatable because it's the 2000s, of course they are. But why is this important? Well, because there's an inflatable Sims 2 chair. Apparently, this chair was part of an old Xbox event. If you don't want to sit around all day though, there's something else that can do that instead, and that thing is a figurine. Not just one, but multiple, because The Sims 2 had 6 figurines, at least that I could find, which were a child figure that had 2 versions, a teen with crossed arms, a woman in a black dress, and also a Santa Claus one, which is very seasonal. Another seasonal merch item I found is the Sims 2 Seasons hand towel that was a pre-order bonus in 2007. And while the hand towel and figures are pretty cool, I do find it a bit unfortunate that we didn't get a Bella Goth figure. What we did get of Bella Goth though is this plump up keychain in 2005. There's also the Sims 2 Pets keychain that was part of a giveaway on the EA Singapore Facebook page. On the topic of giveaways, with a bit more research, I found out through Krimrick's Sims 3 help blog that apparently the plump up keychain with Bella Goth was also part of an official EA giveaway on Facebook. Some other prizes Krimrick won were a Sims 2 Pets Frisbee, a Sims notebook that celebrates 100 million Sims games sold, a metal water bottle, and a blue t-shirt with the Sunset Valley Landgraf Industries science facility on it. Some of you may be wondering, Sunset Valley? Isn't that from The Sims 3? What's it doing with The Sims 2 merch? That's a pretty valid question if you had it, and my theory on it is one simple word: timing. The blog was published in 2013 when both The Sims 2 and 3 have already been released by that time, so I think EA just decided to give people something Sims 3 related as well. Back to The Sims 2 though, for my fellow artists, in 2004 there was a Sims 2 themed stationery set that released that featured a pencil case, a ruler, a plumb bob eraser, a blue Sims 2 sharpener, and a pencil with the Sims 2 logo. Besides stationery and keychains, there was also another version of an actual Sims 2 disc, which I found out about through fellow creator Tytar's videos. I won't reveal too much about this one so that you can go and watch his videos on it, but all I'm gonna say is that it was a very limited Sims 2 disc, and if you'd like a more in-depth look, I'll link his videos on it in the description down below. Another thing I was able to find for The Sims 2 was a lanyard for The Sims 2 Nightlife. The Sims 3, released on June 2nd, 2009, includes a big chunk of obscure merch, one of which is a computer mouse, and I found not 1, not 2, but 5 different ones. There's one released by Fnac in France in November of 2010, a Mad Catz one that changes color based on your Sim's mood, an illuminated Aqua mouse, a HMB pre-order bonus mouse, and an Italian exclusive. I also found this video about the illuminated mouse made by Sharkie's gaming controllers that I'll link below in case you're interested. When it comes to Fnac, I tried to look whether or not there's more Sims merch on their website, and I was able to find some things. I found this phone case as well as 2 Friends Sims 3 packs that come with calendars, the Sims 3 High-End Loft Stuff Pack, and the Sims 3 Generations Expansion Pack. A slightly more known piece of merch is the Sims 3 Collector's Edition. It came with a 2GB Plumbop USB, the Sims 3 base game, a tips and hints guide, exclusive game content, and stickers. While searching, I did also find a version that had seasonal packaging with the same things, including holiday game content. Do you know what other holiday merch there was for The Sims 3? Well, let's think about summer for a moment. What do a lot of people do in the summer? Go to the beach? Why am I mentioning this? Believe it or not, there are actually Sims 3 flip-flops. I couldn't find more information about them, but like most merch in this video, I think they were either part of a giveaway, pre-order bonus, or something similar. Something else I found from a giveaway post is this, that featured a lot of different Sims 3 merch, one of which seems to be a Sims 3 Ambitions Cup. I was also able to find these 3 figurines. Supposedly you'd get one of these by pre-ordering one of the expansion packs, either Showtime, Supernatural, or some other one. While one of the merch items that The Sims 4 gave us was a pillow, did you know that The Sims 3 has one too? I feel like something that's less known are these Sims Plumbop lights. Other than them being a pre-order bonus, I couldn't find other information about them. I was however able to find more information about the Sims 3 toaster, credit to Sims_Asian over on Instagram. According to them, the toaster was a company gift from EA to one of their workers. Some of these merch items I found out about through their Instagram, so I'll leave it down below in case you want to take a look. Some more slightly less known about merch includes these Sims 3 Pets collars that were a pre-order bonus from EB Games New Zealand and Australia. While The Sims Medieval is technically a spin-off, I thought I'd still include it since it's not only similar to The Sims 3 and fits into the timeline, but also because it's generally, in my opinion, a fun game, even if it is just one of those quest games. The Sims Medieval released on March 22nd, 2011, and I couldn't really find much merch for it other than these 2 items, one of which being a German lanyard which was likely given at an event, and also the Collector's Edition, which I was lucky enough to get myself. The Collector's Edition of The Sims Medieval includes a case with a disc that has the game, along with a game manual, an installation/technical troubleshooting manual in Finnish, Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish, the game code, as well as 2 plastic wax seals, a Sims Medieval Plumbop paper craft, a disc with the in-game soundtrack, an A3 poster, and an art book with art of the game. The Sims 4 released on September 2nd, 2014, and is arguably one of the most known and played games out of the Sims game franchise. I think that if someone mentions The Sims, it's very likely that a lot of people are going to think about The Sims 4. There's a lot of Sims 4 merch that's well known, so let's start off with a more known merch item, the Collector's Edition. This features a Plumbop USB made by SteelSeries, which keep that name in mind for a bit later, the Sims 4 base game, a Creator's Guide hardcover book, and some digital content. One of the lesser known merch items is the string bag, which according to Sims_Asian was part of a Sims 4 merch bundle on OLX. Now I hope you kept SteelSeries in mind because one more item I found for the Sims 4 is the SteelSeries set that featured headphones, a mousepad, and a mouse. I'm putting an honorable mention segment because I also tried to find some merch for the console spin-off games My Sims, released on September 18, 2007, and The Herb Sims in the City, released on November 5, 2004. Starting with My Sims, while there was a lot of merch on the wiki, I managed to find a few figures that weren't on there, or at least that I couldn't see, some of which are these, which were dated April 2009. These were prototypes that EA had the company Chopsticks make for them, but I don't think they went anywhere past just being prototypes. I was also able to find these 2 figurines of DJ Candy Supergroove and Violet on Reddit, and according to user Benay Muzak, the figurines were in special bundles, and they were able to get one of Princess Butter when they bought My Sims Kingdom at launch. As for the herbs, I found out that a company under the name Atomic Toys made quite a lot of herbs action figures in 2004, and they were somewhat articulated. So, did you know about or have any of these? Which merch item did you find the most interesting? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below because I'd love to read them, and while you're at it, please do correct me if you know something else about an item that I got wrong or forgot to mention, as this is kind of my first big deep dive video. If you liked it though, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, stay safe, you matter, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!